All right, let's dive into one of Thomas Hardy's most powerful and, frankly, most unsettling short stories. This is a really gripping tale about two brothers, their relentless dream to climb the social ladder, and the absolutely terrible price they're willing to pay to get there. And this one line from the older brother Joshua just cuts right to the heart of it. This isn't just some casual wish for a better life. No, this is a desperate, all-consuming need to escape their situation. And it's that desperation that's going to drive every single choice they make from here on out. So let's meet these guys. We've got Joshua and Cornelius Halborough. They're brilliant, self-taught young men, but they are driven by this almost feverish ambition. They are absolutely determined to claw their way out of the social class they were born into. And the sheer scale of what they're dreaming of is just staggering. I mean, look at this. On one side, you have their reality. They're sons of a village millwright, stuck teaching themselves Greek and Latin. And on the other side, their dream, a university education, a respected place in the church, social influence. The gap between these two worlds feels completely impossible to cross. So what's the big roadblock? What's holding them back? Well, it really boils down to one person, their own father. He's described as a drunkard, just a source of constant shame and ruin. And his behavior isn't just a private problem. In the super rigid class system of Victorian England, he's a public disgrace that threatens to make their dreams totally impossible. And this number, this tells you everything. £900. This was the tangible cost of their father's failures. See, their mother had saved up this entire sum, which was a small fortune back then, specifically for their education. But after she died, their father got a hold of it and just blew through almost all of it. He basically destroyed their one legitimate shot at success. But these brothers, they don't give up. After that massive setback, they come up with a new, incredibly meticulous plan. And this plan, it hinges completely on their younger sister, Rosa. So here's the strategy. It's got two parts. First, they'll work their way into the church. But Rosa is their secret weapon, their ace in the hole. They borrow money they absolutely do not have to send her to a fancy school, to give her that polish and refinement of a high society lady. She isn't just their sister anymore. She's an investment, a crucial piece in their ambitious game. And you know what? The crazy thing is, the plan works. It works better than they could have possibly imagined. Rosa comes back from Brussels, all polished and charming, and she immediately catches the eye of the most eligible bachelor around, the local landowner, Mr. Felmer. Suddenly, their dream is right there, right within their grasp. But of course, just as their greatest hope is about to come true, their greatest shame comes roaring back. Their father shows up. And he's not just drunk and disreputable like before, oh no. Now he's got a gypsy woman with him who he says is his new wife. He is a walking, talking disaster for the perfect image they've built. You can just feel the sheer panic in Joshua's words here. He's not just worried about being embarrassed. He knows that in their world, reputation is everything. To make it in the church, they have to be seen as gentlemen. Their father showing up isn't just a minor problem. Like Joshua says, it is fatal. And all of this sets the stage for the story's terrifying climax. All their hopes, all their fears, all their ambition. It's all about to collide on one dark night by the river. The timing here is just brutal. While Rosa is at the manor house, probably about to get a marriage proposal from the squire, the brothers track down their father. He's drunk, he's angry, and he's threatening to march right over to the squire's house and reveal who he is, which would, of course, destroy everything. The confrontation is incredibly tense. And then, in the darkness, the unthinkable happens. Their father, who's staggering right near the edge of the rushing water by the weir, he takes a wrong step. He loses his balance, and he falls in. And then they hear it, his desperate cries from the water. He's calling for help. He's even calling out his daughter's name. This is it. This is the moment of truth. A man is drowning, and his two sons are standing right there. But they don't move. In one horrifying minute, everything is decided. As their father is fighting for his life, Joshua actually grabs his brother's arm to stop him, reminding him what's at stake. Rosa's future, their careers, everything they've ever wanted. And so they just wait. They listen, as the sounds from the water get weaker and weaker, and then fade into silence. And that's the question at the very soul of this story, isn't it? In that moment, they made a choice. They chose their ambition. They chose to let their own father die.
So, did they get what they wanted?
Well, on the surface, the answer is a resounding yes. Their terrible, terrible choice seems to have paid off.
Look at this. Everything just falls perfectly into place. Rosa marries the rich squire. Both brothers get promotions in the church. And when their father's body is finally found months later, it's so decomposed, nobody can even identify him. The official verdict? Accidental death. They got away with it, scot-free. But it's not over. Cornelius says these words and they reveal the truth, don't they? That outward success, it can't erase what's going on inside. Their secret is like a poison, and he's basically asking, is any human heart really strong enough to lock something like that away forever? And he was absolutely right. Their lives become a living nightmare. Yeah, they've got their respectable jobs, but they are haunted by the memory of their father, specifically the light-colored coat he was wearing. They call it a spirit in Kersmere. Their ambition was fulfilled, but it brought them zero peace, only this permanent, inescapable guilt. So years later, it's almost like they're being pulled by a magnet. They find themselves right back at that same spot. The place by the weir, where their father drowned. The place that holds both their greatest success and their deepest damnation.
And there, they find something truly astonishing. A walking stick. One that Joshua had quickly shoved into the muddy bank on that awful night has taken root. It's actually grown into a small tree, a sapling.
And this, right here, is the story's final, chilling message. That tree is a living, growing monument to their crime. It's this powerful, unforgettable symbol that you can't just bury the past and walk away. They got everything they wanted, but it cost them their souls, and it left a shadow that, just like that little tree, will only continue to grow.